Come gather round, come sit a spell, where the mountain winds know stories well. She's got laughter, she's got lore, old tales you ain't heard before. From the holler to the valley wide, her voice is the magic in the mountainside. So hush now, child, let the story unfold, with a wise woman's heart and a tale well told. The man who carried midnight. Folks in the hill country still talk about the man who walked into town carrying midnight on his back. He came just after dusk, when the sky was bruised purple and the cicadas had gone quiet all at once, like they were holding their breath. He wore a preacher's coat, long and heavy, though the night was warm enough to make the air shimmer. His hat was pulled low, shadowing everything but the sharp line of his jaw. Nobody saw him arrive. Nobody saw him travel the road. One moment the street was empty. The next, he was standing at the edge of the lamplight, as if the darkness had shaped itself into a man. He called himself Reverend Silas Thorne. His voice was soft, but it carried. Folks said it sounded like a hymn sung in a room with no windows. He didn't ask for a place to stay, didn't ask for food. Just walked straight to the old Brush Arbor clearing, the one nobody used anymore since the trees started leaning in too close, and said he'd be preaching at midnight. Not a soul planned to go. But when the clock struck 12, every door in town swung open on its own. Lamps flickered to life. Feet moved without permission, and the whole town found itself drifting toward that clearing like moths pulled by a flame they couldn't see. Reverend Thorne stood in the center, coat unmoving, hat still low. The shadows around him were wrong, too thick, too slow, like syrup sliding uphill. He didn't open a Bible, didn't raise his hands. He just said, "I preach to what follows you." And the clearing went cold. People felt something behind them, breathing, shifting, leaning close enough to stir the hairs on their necks. But no one dared turn around. Reverend Thorne spoke of things folks had buried deep. Promises broken, names forgotten, footsteps heard on nights when no one should have been walking. He spoke like he'd been there for all of it. Then he said, "Midnight ain't a time, it's a door, and some of you left it open." The trees groaned, the ground trembled, and for a moment, just a heartbeat, everyone saw their own shadow peel itself off the dirt and stand beside them. When the lanterns blew out, people screamed. When they flickered back on, Reverend Thorne was gone. All that remained was his coat, folded neatly on the ground, still warm like someone had just slipped out of it. And beneath it, pressed into the soil, was a perfect black circle, smooth, deep, and cold as a well with no bottom. Folks filled it in with dirt the next morning, but every year, on the same night, the soil sinks again, just enough to show the rim of that circle. And if you stand close, real close, you can hear a voice rising from below. "Close your door. Midnight's coming." Now that's all I got to say on that tale, baby. The night done settled, the crickets done tuned they fiddles, and the good Lord knows these old bones been talking long enough. Carry that story with you like a little ember in your pocket. 'Cause the right tale don't ever end. It just waits for the next heart ready to hear it. Till we meet again under moonlight or lamplight, keep your feet steady, your spirit open, and your ears tuned for the whisper of another wonder coming down the road.